me. Oh. That's exactly what I want right there. Alright everyone, welcome back to another video today. I'm getting my juices flowing. I feel like my video juices are flowing. In my last video you have seen that at the very end of the video, if you haven't seen it already, we ripped around the Stage 2 WRX. Great video, go check it out. But with that being said, at the end of the clip, I was experimenting with this tire chalk here. And we were trying to do some custom tire letters and stuff like that. And pros and cons to this guy. Pros, it's kind of a little hard to apply in the way that I want to apply it. And the pro, I don't know if I got it backward or not. The pro is that it's not permanent. It's gonna go away eventually. So if I don't like it, then I can either scrub it off or just wait till it fades out and goes away. So with that, I don't really have to worry about making that many mistakes. So that's a plus too. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try and do some customized tire letters here. I've done this before, but I've done this with paint pens, and for some reason the paint pens don't really like this tire. I've already tried it on the inside of the tire. I didn't really like how it looked with the paint pen, but so far I'm digging how it looks with the tire chalk, because the tire chalk kind of fills it in more better, makes it a little bit more whiter, which is what I like on the tire. I was gonna do yellow to match the calipers, but kind of give it a NASCAR look, if you will, but it didn't really show up that well, and it didn't look the best. So yeah, we're gonna just do plain old white tire chalk here. We're gonna just, I like how just how it says Dunlop. I like the top part. I don't really like the Sport Max part, but so we're gonna try and do single word just on the top. See how that looks. The Sport Max logo is kind of hard to fill out. Good part is I don't think I have to remove any of the wheels, so we're gonna jack it up by the rear diff so we can spin it freely. It'll make it a little bit easier to apply and whatnot. And then as far as the fronts, I might just do just a corner at a time. I might not even have to move the fronts. I think they're already in a good position anyway. And I only have to do 3 of them. I already did the right front. So yeah, I think we're just gonna dive right into it here. Enough talking from me. Let's get rock and roll. All right, so the goal with getting it just barely off the ground is, so first of all, you can move it and center it how you please. So if you just have it directly up and down like this, you can just basically sit here and go to town and not have to worry about like drawing down the tire then making it look bad and crooked. So if you have it straight up and down like this, you will minimize your chance of making it look as terrible as possible. But let's see. On this side, well, yeah, you could see that the Sport Max logo is directly up. But when I had that flat, I rubbed it off a little bit there when taking the tire off. So that's why that one looks like that. But when we drop the car back on the ground, I'll switch this, get this corner up, and then move the wheel how we need it. So, and when you jack it up WRX, and you take your e-brake off, because the e-brake only goes to the rear ones, put something in the front. This just happens to be a lead boat anchor, so I mean, this ain't going nowhere. I've already tried to push it, but all right, so we have our D here, and you know, it is good to just have the tire as clean as possible here. Just kind of rub it off a little bit. Get some of that grease off and stuff like that. That may be on your tire. Maybe get some of these hairs off. I'm not a huge fan of hairy tires. All right. So you have your D. You have your D here, or whatever letter you're starting out with. I guess not all of you are going to start with the D, but if you're right-handed, you want to start with the first letter and work this way, just so you don't. Because if you work the other way and you're right-handed, then you're just gonna end up with a bunch of chalk on your hands. So to prevent that, you start here, and just like you're writing any other word ever, right? You just want to go this way, and then with the chalk, you're just going to you're gonna start going down. This tire is a little different, just because there's grooves. You can kind of see the grooves here. With being grooves, you're gonna go in the direction of the grooves with the chalk, and then they'll like kind of fill in yourself. But you don't want to worry about all this access, because we have a way to get rid of this access. And this looks terrible right now, but this is the thing where it's like, trust the process, you know? So you just want to fill it in. With the tighter areas, it is a little bit easier to go against the lines. And again, not all tires are going to be like this, where it has lines to fill in, but see that big glob right there? Don't worry about it. Trust the process. You just want to fill in the lines, and like a paint pen with chalk, the more you use it, the easier it is to use. Like a paint pen, you have to shake it up a bunch and dab it on, and then the paint will actually start to go. This, you just use it, and it'll start to be better by itself. It'll like kind of mold to the tire a little bit there. But like, good example, when I did the right front, I went over it, and then I went over it one more time, and that really broke the chalk in, and that made it a lot easier, a lot more moldable to the tire. So yeah, just make a mess first. Find your happy place, happy spot, and then just kind of fill in everything. Now I know this isn't a professional way to do it, but it's a fun art and craft if you like arts and crafts on cars. And you know, your build, your car. I'm doing this because I'm eventually going to get rid of these tires for some Continentals. And yeah. So yeah, you have your mess. Looks terrible right now. And you just want to get rid of just the big chunks, because since there's grooves in it, the chalk is going to break up a little bit and leave some marks. So just kind of get rid of your chunks best you can. If you have gloves, I'd wear them. I don't have gloves that would work for this application, so I'm not going to really worry about it that much. But yeah, this is your first letter. Almost done. It's not that hard. See how it just kind of rubs away? The bottom parts are going to be a little bit more delicate here. But you just kind of give it time, be patient with it, and once it's done, it'll at least look good from 10 feet away. So, I mean, I wouldn't worry about it that much. All right. So, still looks like hot garbage, but you want to leave this excess residue. You want to leave it for right now, because what's going to happen is you're going to get residue on this one. Then when you move on to the U, you're going to get residue, and so on and so forth. So you just want to get the big gunk off and all the center pieces here. You want to take that off and all the big stuff off first, and then you move on to your other letters. Do that. Do your letters first, and then we'll come back over with some WD-40, and it'll all wipe off. Alrighty, as you can see, I went ham. And the next part of this going ham is we obviously need to clean this all up, because you can see it's all basically outlined. You want to go over it first, dry. Get all the big gunk out, like I've been saying. And then you're gonna go over it wet. And what I mean by wet is you're gonna take some of this, WD-40, right? You're gonna be very precise with the straw here. And you're basically gonna put a corner of it and of the rag on the WD-40. Give it a few squirts so it's just barely wet, and then just lightly go over it, and all that chalk, all this residue, all that residue, it'll all go away. So with that, we're gonna go over it dry. I'm gonna cut the camera because that part is a little boring. And then we're gonna go over it wet, and I'll show you guys the finished product. Sound good? Good. Alrighty, update time. Got another one done. Still need to work on it just a smidge. That was looking a little off, but that side's done. And we'll come over here and turn it. Yeah, that side's done too. So we got the rears done. Technically, I only have one more left to do on that left front corner, and then if I really wanted to, I'll touch this one up, but I might have to get to this one later because we are already running out of daylight and I have plans. So with that, set the camera up on a quick tripod here, and I will bust out that left front corner, and yeah, I'll just do a little bit of a walk around, and we'll see how this video goes. Honestly, wouldn't mind getting a driving clip of it too. But anyways, yeah, on with the video. All right, on to the left front here. I had to jack it up from the corner just so I could rotate the wheel. Just so, like we have been doing this whole time, is making sure it's nice and level. We're gonna go ahead and clean it, and then we're gonna dive into the actual filling in process of it. I will need to touch up this one here, because like I said, this tire had a flat in it, so I had to take the tire off. And when I took the tire off of the wheel, it kind of rubbed off a little bit. But yeah, we're just gonna touch this guy up, and then do the left front, and yeah, everything is gonna be basically complete. I'm gonna set the camera up on a tripod, and set up a little time lapse here, and you'll just see the process once again. All right, well there you have it. That's the left front done. All four are basically done. I still need to touch up that right front, but all four tires looking pretty spiffy, if you ask me. They definitely. I don't know. It's something different. I like it. I'm also okay with just doing the top instead of top and bottom, but mostly because these lugs up here are a little bit thicker than the ones on the bottom. Where it says Sport Max, those ones aren't as thick, so that I don't feel like they wouldn't show up that well, and it would be not as bold, I guess. But yeah, that's the thing. I wanted bold letters up top there, but yeah, let me just drop this jack, and then we'll move the car outside. Alrighty guys, that will do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little bit of a strange one compared to what we're used to doing here on this channel. But yeah, I just wanted to try something new with the WRX here, and I just decided to do some tire letters. I've done it in the past, and I was like, you know what, I'll just do it again and see what happens here. And it actually didn't turn out too bad, actually. I think I might have already said this in the beginning of the video. I've used paint pens before. They're all right, but tire chalk is actually a little bit easier to use, and if you screw up, it's not that big of a screw up. You just wipe it off. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Rexy back there, old blue, chilling. But yeah, it's 20 degrees and I'm freezing, but WRX me. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.